Hey, what's up? Just wanted to give you a quick update on this live event that we have coming up. I've changed a few things in our setup, and I feel like it's really going to help our computer that's doing all of this processing live. It's going to help it to function better. So before we were using MainStage to supplement some pads, and which is great. MainStage is awesome, but what that does is having Ableton open and MainStage open at the same time. While it can do it, it's just dividing computer resources, and I felt like there could be a better way. So I looked into getting some better sounds out of Ableton Live, found a really amazing solution in the form of Sunday Sounds. They make a template called Sunday Keys for MainStage and Ableton. So I downloaded that yesterday and got everything set up and figured out, and got one quick little patch that is sort of an all-purpose patch for me that I can kind of just use on everything. And duplicated that project and then deleted everything else from the project, and just using those core little sounds and using the kick sound. And I'm also using some Waves plugins to process some compression on this kick sample that we got going. And I'm doing some verb and slap delay on the vocals, and using the Shep's Omni channel, the CLA 76 and the CLA 2A, and another EQ on the vocal, and then we've got the same sort of vocal chain going for the other guy, but we haven't sound checked his vocal yet, so we'll have to tweak that a little bit later today. But man, this is just super cool. So now everything, instead of having to run two applications, everything is now being done inside of Ableton, so I don't have to run MainStage anymore. So that's super great, just kind of helping computer resources. And the tonic section on Sunday Keys is super cool too, so I don't have to have all those extra pad samples loaded in. So that's helping with computer resources. Then on the master fader, I'm doing a little bit of master-like processing with an EQ, a compressor, and the CLA 3A, just because I tried it out and I liked it, so we'll try it out. And I'm also using love this plugin. Can't recommend it enough. It is the ARTG Mastering Live plugin. And I just found a preset that I really like, and I'm probably going to start using it on just about everything, because for the way that I process vocals and and music and all that stuff, this particular preset that just comes stock in the plugin sounds great on just about everything I do. So, and what's cool about this setup is you don't need a soundboard, and so you can just have probably what you already have at home with a computer to record. You probably got I'm assuming you have an instrument and you have an interface to be able to plug in stuff. And so anyway, I'm not using the inputs on the interface other than for vocals. I'm actually just using this keyboard right here as a MIDI controller. So anyway, I was recording earlier, just trying to get things sound checked and mixed and making sure I feel like it sounds as good as it can. So I'm just going to give you a little sample of that. Let me get this going. And now it's going. You can hear the kick. So this is kind of the setup. It's kind of hard to see, but just the keyboard. I'm going to use this mic, and then got the computer set up there. Anyway, I'll be quiet so you can listen. Anyway, so it's pretty dope. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to really keep the quality of the music that we're able to put out in this live event. It's going to keep it at a really high level, but it's also a relatively simple setup, at least I feel like it is, sort of. It's a little complicated, and I get that, but once you kind of wrap your mind around the way all this stuff is working and set up with we're able to have in-ears and click in our ears and all that stuff. Anyway, it's just a really powerful setup, and really excited about it. Just want to give you an update, and I hope that it helps you, inspires you to think creatively about what you're able to accomplish for your live music performances, and maybe think more creatively about that and take steps today, to make those performances better. Peace.